The old man's funeral had been over for a week, but Thomas was still in shock. He hadn't even begun to grieve yet. His mind was too busy unraveling the mystery that had been growing inside him like a weed. He stared at the letter left by his father, the one that had shattered his perfect world. The letter was addressed to Thomas, the eldest of the three brothers. Their father had died unexpectedly from a heart attack, leaving behind a substantial inheritance for his sons. But there was a twist. Most of their father's money and assets had been left to a stranger, a woman named Rebecca. Thomas couldn't understand it. Who was this Rebecca? Why was she getting most of their inheritance? And why did their father leave them such a cryptic message about her? The letter said, "She is the reason I never told you the truth. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. And, more importantly, to forgive yourself." What truth? What had his father been hiding? As the days passed, Thomas found himself consumed with these questions. He began digging into his father's past, searching for answers. He went through old photo albums, hoping to find a clue. And that's when he saw her, a woman he didn't recognize standing next to his parents in an old picture. The woman in the photo looked familiar, but he couldn't place her. It was driving him crazy. Then he had a breakthrough. He found another photo, this one from his own childhood. It was a birthday party, and there was the same woman, Rebecca, he assumed, holding a small cake and smiling at the camera. And then he remembered. Of course he knew who she was. Rebecca was the sister he'd never met, the one his father had kept secret for all these years. But why? Why did their father hide her, and why did he leave her most of his money? Thomas felt betrayed. How could his father keep this secret for so long? And what else was he hiding? He needed to know the truth. He decided to visit Rebecca. He found her living in a small cottage on the outskirts of town. When he knocked on her door, an elderly woman opened up. It was Rebecca. She looked surprised to see him. "I'm your brother," Thomas said, extending his hand. Rebecca looked at his hand for a moment, then slowly reached out and shook it. "I know who you are," she said, her voice trembling. "Your father told me about you." And that's when Thomas learned the truth about his family, about their past, and about the love that had been hidden for so many years.